morning, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining with us on this very special, happy, sad occasion as we truly show our deepest appreciation for someone who I know has impacted our lives in one way or the other. Today, we truly show our deepest appreciation for her selfless and excellent service of 31 years. A support, a quiet strength for the students I know. She was mommy, a nurse, a provider, a help, and her lab space has always been an oasis, a refuge, a hiding place, a home away from home for both teachers and students. So Mrs. Hill, on this special day, we honor you, we salute you, and we say we love you, and you'll always be in our hearts. We celebrate.
Colleagues, Mr. Hill, Michaela Hill, Mrs. Hill's colleagues, who she has lunch with every month. That is Ms. Boslan, past principal, Mrs. Premchan, Mrs. Wright, Ms. Chandrika, the past lab assistant. Thank you so very much for coming to celebrate. And we also want to welcome our past student, Raymond Edwards, who has graced us with his presence. Pastor Raymond Edwards, Pastor Pollard from Venezuela. Pastor Pollard from Venezuela and Apostle Troy. Thank you very much for coming. And thank you, Mr. Adamson. Jesse. Oh, thank you so very much for coming. Welcome. I like your hairstyle. I don't know what I'm supposed to say here, but let me just start by saying I want to thank everyone for coming to this special occasion to celebrate the excellent tenure of Ms. Hill, who has been in the field of teaching for 38 years, 7 away from us, 31 with us. Right? She's as, that time she has spent is longer than some of the teachers here, their ages. So you see the commitment that she has given to the school. As you all know, she's a strong pillar, invaluable, irreplaceable, and we will miss her. Ms. Hill, I want you to know that you have been a light to David Martin Central Secondary School. Not only a light to me, a light to staff, a light to students, everyone who comes in your realm. And it's a bittersweet moment for me because I'm going to miss you greatly.
Come on, let's keep doing. Come on.
This is what she does all the time. So enjoy the morning's proceedings and wish you well, happiness, peace, and joy.
Good morning. I've been trying to find 2 lines for the last days. And this is my last week I found 2 lines. Kavita Ramdas said, we need women who are strong. So strong, they can be gentle. So educated, they can be humble. So fierce, they can be compassionate. So passionate, they can be rational. And so disciplined, they can be free. These words describe Mrs. Sonia Hill, who has dedicated her life to the students of this institution. Muhammad Ali noted, service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. You have worked in the trenches, lifted up students and teachers. We greatly appreciate this. Your work is not yet finished. You have just changed your routine. We will miss you. Your hate, your smiles, your gentleness, concern for others, and for this ending. Congratulations. So I just have to add something else. May you always walk in sunshine, slumber warm when night winds blow. May you always live with laughter, for a smile becomes you so. May good fortune find your doorway, and may the bluebirds sing your song. May no troubles travel your way. May no worries stay too long. May your heartaches be forgotten. May no tears be spilled. May old acquaintance be remembered, and your cup of kindness filled. And may you always be a dreamer. May your wildest dreams come true. May you find dear ones to love as much as we love you.
From the day we arrive on the planet, blinking set into the sun, there's more to be seen than can ever be seen, more to do than can ever be done. Some say eat or be eaten, some say live and let live. All are agreed as they join the stampede. You should never take more than you give in the circle of life.
For the changes that will come. But Paul said, I've finished my course. And today, Mrs. Hill can say to an extent, I have finished my course. And we stand with her today, and we have great things to say about her, and rightly deserved that she has finished a course. And to many people, they would say now, as you're retired, they can put just in a few words and say, stop and proceed with caution. But I don't believe that. Now, I had the privilege of traveling to many, many parts of the world, and my eyes have been opened for those of us who have traveled to realize that things are so different in different places. The people I see in the ice cream shop, their own kids. The people I see in the mall shopping around, they weren't teenagers only. That life goes on after 50 and 60 and 65 and 70. But in our culture, you know, Laura Grace to call your dad your old man? Meet my old lady. Meet my old man. Nobody called me the old man. My daughter Janet called me the old man. That's the last time she got half spread. Oh my God. But that was a result of our culture, we think. So we deem them the old man and our old lady. And not understanding that that is a long life that God has given us. The Bible says that God gives us 70. And to many of us, we go on to 10 more, 10 more, 10 more. I have someone in the church where we are at now almost 98 years or so. And still comes to church. My dad, he died at 67. When I was 18 years, I said, wow, he's an old man. Now I'm 53. He died young.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
I didn't realize that I had been a friend of Sonia for 23 years. So I am really getting old. Yes, Sonia was my first head of department too. And for a very long time, she was my head of department. And she loves science, we all know this. And I think Sonia's existence is actually a paradox. And let me explain what I mean by that. As our head of department, her name came to mean something. So the S in Sonia is stability. And she brought a lot of stability to the department, because everybody knows TechBob like they got a lot of trouble. Right? We always have demands, issues, challenges, and in the meetings, sometimes that showed up. But Sonia represented the stability of the entire group. We're very grateful for that. The O in your name is for open-heartedness. And everybody understands that without any explanation. Your heart opens wide. On a personal level, I remember talking about many things, not breakfast stuff. many things. And your air was always there, you understood. You're the first person to tell that you admired me, which is a rare thing, right? You're the first person to tell me that. But when I was getting engaged, you said you were going to do a cake for me. I had an engagement cake, which was really nice. And I also had a wedding cake, all came from Sonia. N represents nobility. And you are very noble. You're almost regal in some ways. Right? You can't put a crown on you, it's not right, but you know that you represent that. That quality came from deep within. The I is for incredible. Because the school is going to be at a loss for all the things that we used to do for us. And you have been incredible in many, many ways. You can't enumerate them all, but even personally and collectively, you have been incredible. And A is for amiable, endearing, loving, compassionate. That is who Sonia is. Now, nature abhors a vacuum. And this is why you have become a paradox. Because when you leave here, somebody will take your place, but nobody can replace you.
Look at my powers now. The more they try to stop me, I must be a winner. I must be a winner. So call me a winner. Yes, I'm a winner. These walls were higher, these doors were closed. Now my view is from the top. Surprise how high I rose, surprise how far I came. I'm ahead of the game. There were struggles, there was rain, there was pain to make you go insane. But you've got the mind of a warrior. You must be a winner.
When I was just looking at the television and I saw this thing about a little tree where everybody wrote a thought and hung it on a tree for a baby. And it kind of came to me that, you know, maybe we can do something like that here for her. And I decided to start talking to teachers and asking them if they were willing to do it. And everybody was willing. So what we have here is a big box of thoughts for you, Sonia. Right? So instead of one card where everybody wrote something in it, we have a card from everybody in here. So you have a lot of reading to do. So, you know, in your spare time when you figure you had nothing to do, this is your big box of thoughts for the DigoSec person.
5 years I've been at this school. I wish I was as eloquent as Mr. Smith, but everything Mr. Smith has said and more, I want to let you know you have been my rock, my fortress, my guide, my light, my friend, and Miss has always been a blessing to us. and she is blessed. Sonia, thank you so very much. As you would see, it's a Christmas wrapping because it was put aside since December for you. I thank you for being you. We love you. Thought and planning went into this. I know you will. I want to, on behalf of the staff, also thank Ms. Monil, who has done all the groundwork. Right? Enjoy.
Mrs. Ella, on behalf of the staff, we want to thank you for your service here. I think all the speakers before identified how much you mean to each and every one of us. And you know, it's how do you earn? Because each and every one of us, we have something personal that we can identify with how you have blessed our lives. Right? I know I have my piece. I just want to say you are a household name, right? Everything, I know Miss Hill, I know Miss Hill did this and Miss Hill did the other. So thank you very much on behalf of the staff for loving us. Right? I think that sums it up. The love was and still is tremendous, and we do appreciate it. So thank you very much.
Full of grace, the Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of death. Take a look at the lights.
My Jessie was your winner, Miss Hill. I think we are all winners for having gotten to know Miss Hill, and having the opportunity to be part of her, be a part of the whole staff for knowing Miss Hill. I know today we mark your retirement, but we only mark your retirement officially as a teacher. Unofficially, you will always be a teacher to each and every one of us, not just the students. And I know, to me especially, having gotten to know you for a very short time, right, you have taught me how to be a teacher and what it means to be a teacher. And the wealth of wisdom that Ms. Hill has can never be replaced. And I hope that you will continue to share with us, even if you are not here. Right? So, on behalf of the
because I was always the person at the back of the lab looking over stuff, but this morning just put me in a predicament. And I was looking at the mic and I said, thank God there's a mic, because I can't talk loud, but it's okay, because it's a small crowd. I worked with Ms. Hill from 2004 to 2010. 4 labs we had here, and I said, oh my God, how am I going to do this? But Hill has made it so easy. And everyone who has shared their sentiments today, it's like everything that I could have said and more. I just have a few more to add, which I wrote and I put in a card. So I just wanted to read this for you. Today is a day in life that only God made possible. A day to reflect on how much you have really accomplished, on all the trials and tests only you can attest to. From sleepless nights to caring ears, that warm smile that will always be ready to brighten any student or a person's day. You were really born to be an educator on purpose. Today, there are not enough words to express the love, admiration, and gratitude that is bestowed on us to have had such a precious gem among us in our lifetime. I salute you. And I wish you many, many more golden years ahead. Not only to retire, but to continue shining your light on the many that would be so lucky. Miss you.
So I put off writing this until the last minute because I just did not know where to start. But alas, I have to do something. So I sat at the computer and I just wrote. I want to wish my dear friend and colleague God's richest blessings. And she enters the best phase of her life. No waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. No battling traffic. No skills of work. You get where I'm coming from, right? Just throw care to the wind, have a ball. Buy a ticket, go to France. Come back and laugh at us because we still fighting traffic. Call us at after 12 on any day. I said, I just had lunch and I'm going to take a nap. Oh, you guys have work. I remember that word vaguely. But seriously, Sonia, you have been so much to so many of us. You are so humble, but yet so strong. Yes. You have been my big sister, my mentor, my friend, my coffee mate up to this morning. I miss that. I'll miss that. But beware, I know where you live.
Me from a little girl. That's what you all do. So therefore, we share a very, very close relationship that you all don't share. We understand each other, the mechanics, the dynamics of family and friends. That started a very long time ago. My parents and Mrs. Hill, well, before she was Mrs. Hill, Yvonne, used to have lime, so she used to lime, eh? So we have a passing joke, Mrs. Hill and I, which I will always miss when we going for that drink. I will always remember that. But beyond that, her skill as a teacher inspired me when I was thinking about professions. She taught my sister biology. And my sister would come home and talk about cells and microorganisms and whatever else Sonia taught. Because as a good teacher, she left an impression. So she would come home and talk about all sorts of things, biology. But even beyond that, I think what we all feel today is that special place that she touched in all of us. Yes. My place is different from everybody else's place. But we will miss it. That's the underlying factor. That when we come to school next week and the going gets tough around that exam coordination table, we are going to miss out. I'm just giving it a few things.
Thank you so much for loving us the way you did, and the way I know you will continue to. Thank you so much.
I've been trying to give her one to last for the rest of the year, some into next year. And June, you and I going up to Button Hill because we are going to find her. Miss Hill has been a very special part of my life. We are so close. And that's why I didn't want to talk in this big forum. I have a small little something to hit her with because I know when I finish with her, both of us could hold up and cry together. But I want to tell you something. Miss Hill is such a loving person. She taught my little sister. Some of you all may not know her, but Giselle is a handful. And when I told my mother that Miss Hill was leaving, she said, "Who leaving?" And my mother said, "So Miss Hill." She said, "Oh God, Miss Hill leaving? I really like her. She's such a nice woman. Oh my." And Giselle don't even like herself. So in that case, we have to understand the gem that we have that is going to be leaving us. And we all love you.
What comes to mind when I think of you is the smile. Every time you greet, every time you leave, there's always a smile. When we talk, even if it's something catastrophic, it's sneaking a smile everywhere, you know. But I will really miss you. You've been a very good mentor to me. Even in the times when I really thought that I wasn't really doing anything about it, you reassured me, and I'm happy to feel better about what I've been doing. And I have your number, and we will. Right, so enjoy your time.
And you are actually closest to them. Actually, it's you and Miss Pemberton. But I'd like to thank you for the patience that you've had being with my boys. And you bet that too. Amazing. But you've been that way always. You've been a mother to them, and you've somehow managed to always keep your cool, which is amazing, because I've probably seen so much of the other teachers around here go crazy over them, and that's never happened to you. Yes, I see another side of it. I see that too, miss. But thank you so much. I may not have known you as long as the other people here, but I do see what they see. And thank you for being here, and thank you.
I've been exposed to Miss Hill. Though she may not have taught me personally, I've been in her lab countless occasions, free periods, studying, sharing the now and then jokes, seeing what everybody is more accustomed to, that smile. It inspired me, it motivated me, pushed me through my studies here. I've become the person I am now, and here I am giving back at this very school. It's a very wonderful feeling to work with Miss Hill as well as the other members of staff, and to be motivated and to learn from all the experiences that you all have been through. Thank you, Miss Hill. Continue sharing your light as you have done with all of us here.
As teachers, Ms. Frencha, Mrs. Wright, as lab assistant, Christine, and my family members who are present. I promised Leanne that I would have a just-in-case speech. I hope this is a just-in-case speech. I said I would need to say thank you to everyone here. Today is a major milestone in my life, and I give Almighty God all the praise and glory. I feel deeply honored, truly blessed, and immensely grateful. I will attempt to express briefly, or in some small measure, why I have selected these terms. I'm deeply humbled and honored because this day was set aside just for me. Many thanks and blessings to my principal, Ms. Lewis, Ms. Paul, members of the SPM team for agreeing to this. I feel humbled that all of you found it possible to be here to recognize and to celebrate this day, my last official day in the teaching service. I am truly blessed by your continued outpouring of care, love, support, and blessings. Your compassion embraces and strengthens me, such that words of thank you seem hollow and inadequate. I know that I've been blessed with colleagues who are, in their own individual ways, remarkable human beings. I appreciated that and thank God for it. This is a unique staff, and it was with your teamwork and cooperation that we faced many challenges together and overcame them. I feel truly blessed when I felt gravely ill in 2010, and I felt your prayerful support even in a hospital bed, which helped me to get through, along with the persistent drive of my daughter and husband to make sure that things went right, and so I returned a year later to teaching. So I say many thanks from the bottom of my heart for your compassion and your blessings. I feel truly blessed when I reflect on the hundreds of students who have passed through my classes and have achieved their life's dreams. In my 38 years of teaching, I have never felt alone because they were always with me. I had to lock the lab door to get away, but I thought against it because they brought interest and purpose to my life. I feel truly blessed When I consider the departments of Tech Work and Science, I won't stop to tell you how far back that went, how many years, which I worked closely with over the years. It spawned lasting relationships since we share varied interests, from classroom teaching to buildings, to food, to gardening, to sewing, to craft, etc. I also feel truly blessed because MTS would ensure that my lab was dust-free each day so that I keep a healthy environment. Since when I returned, I had to be sure that I was in a clean, healthy environment. And also for all the others who worked hard to maintain the labs. Lastly, I am immensely grateful. Grateful for all that you have done for me in the past years. As I said, words cannot express it. I started writing this and my words could not seem to say what I wanted to say. I extend a special thank you to all the organizers, including administration, contributors of their time and talent for today's function, be it culinary, musical, decorations, IT technology, information technology, pastoral, maintenance, and to anyone whom I have not mentioned in the aforementioned group. I promise to make myself available to you whenever the need arises. I am just one call away, and I assure you that you will always have my support in thought and in deed. So I read, there's a special little card that jumped out. It's a popular poem. You would know it. So I'll end by saying it for you. I said a prayer for you today, and I know God must have heard. I felt the answer in my heart, although He spoke no word. I didn't ask for wealth or fame. I knew you wouldn't mind. I asked Him to send treasures of a far more lasting kind. I asked that He be near you at the start of each new day, to grant you health and blessings and friends to share the way. I ask for happiness for you in all things, great and small, but it's for His loving care that I pray most of all. And thank you. I hope you enjoy the lunch and so on. And like the students always like hearing, I will miss you dearly, but I'm sure that our paths will cross many times again.